Hello, breaking psychic news from PNR and Fortune Cookies Tarot and Tarot and Pause. So, guys, I was on the phone with Debbie. Debbie, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm excited. This is like, whew, what a weekend.
Well, so everybody, yeah, bonus third reading, Sally. Sally says hi to you, Deb.
Hi,
There we go.
Sally.
So, what we, Jamie, get out of our head. So, Deb and I were
Yep.
on the phone when this came. We were talking about the Republican convention, and just to be sure, the two of us are both having a glass of wine. So we were off duty.
Hang on, I gotta go get mine. Hold on,
Go
hold
get
on.
your wine. Go get your wine. So typically we don't drink in tarot, but we both just poured a glass of wine. So, but it came across our feed that Biden was tested positive for COVID. So we wanted to jump on here and see a couple of things. So yeah, everybody, Sally, you too, huh? We're all thinking the same thing. So let's wait for a few people to roll in.
Okay, I have my Merlot.
There you go,
I have my Merlot.
How low can you go with your Merlot?
I had to run the gauntlet of the dogs. They all decide to lay, as a speed bump. So
So I want to do a couple of things, guys. So first things first, before we get into reading, please go over and subscribe to our girl Deb over there. She's doing lots of shorts. She's gearing up to do lots of other stuff. And I do want to turn you guys on to another channel, the Astrology Taco. Where is he? There we go. Super cool channel that we were in talks of doing some collabs with the Astrology Taco. He's got an amazing read on Selena over there. I think he brings a lot of cool energy to the table. So I actually sent him a link to this. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks, but I sent him a link. I said, come on over if you want. He's a brandy new channel. He's got a lot of stuff going on Instagram. But basically, super cool guy, Western astrology, really, really comprehensive. But let's talk about old Joe. So, in the comments right now, guys, one or two, do we think that actually I'll do a poll on YouTube. Let me get into our live on YouTube. And analytics, there we go. Oh, not analytics. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I haven't been live. Those of you that are following me, I've had some stuff going on with a friend of mine. So
it's called life.
It's called life. I'm going to put a poll up here. We're going to add a poll. And
my air conditioner went out in my car, so that was like pleasant. But I got it fixed. I got to find an organ to donate. But you can't live in Florida without air conditioning. I mean, in the winter you could probably hack it, but not now.
All right, so I started a poll, so you guys can start hitting the poll. We're going to leave that up until the end of the live stream. So let's take a look, and we're going to do two things. We're going to use tarot. We're also going to use some Lenormand because Debbie, why are we going to do some Lenormand?
Because I'm learning how to read Lenormand, and I'm so excited. I'm taking your class.
Yeah, so I've got a new class. It is on Learn Worlds. I did put a link in the description of this video. You can go there. You can go check it out. There's also a free 3-day tarot class. I will have the Tarot 101 class ready to go for back to school in the fall. The Lenormand class is super fast and dirty. You can learn it by the pool. You can learn it out by the beach. It's not a long class, and it's a really easy method of learning cards. So, Debbie, you'll get a bonus lesson when we're doing this today. So give you a live quiz.
Yeah.
Live quiz.
Oh, jeez. You didn't tell me there was going to be a test. Come on.
There's gonna be a test. So,
No. I'm retired. There's no more tests.
So let's start with the first question. What question do you want to ask, Deb? Do you want to ask if he really has COVID?
I want to know if this is just a scam. I mean, the guy has had all the shots, all the boosters. Why now? It just seems to be a little too convenient. Why all of a sudden now he's got COVID? Yeah.
So we're gonna do a little Celtic cross here. Little baby Celtic cross. Careful, little Celtic cross. I'm gonna make this cards nice and big so we can see them. Everybody, just yell out in the chat how you're doing today. What's going on? How your day's going? What the temperature is where you are? Temperature where I am.
To pay homage to my PE coach where I taught, Coach Harris, he always said it was hell hot, and yes, it is.
It's 85 degrees, 85 Fahrenheit here in Grand, New Jersey. So
okay,
tell us
what's the humidity? Because it's 80 here right now. What's the humidity by you?
Humidity is 84%.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kind of I'm looking and seeing what my humidity is. Boy, those solar flares are killing my phone here.
Yeah, the solar flare was killing my phone.
You said, what was your humidity?
85 with 84% humidity. So if you know your humidity, guys, let us know.
I have 87 and the dew point is 76. So it's air you can wear.
We need Grumpy Sapper to tell us what his temperature is right now. 111.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat. Come on. It's a dry heat.
All right. So, Deb, let's get to reading this. So, all right. Current status of Biden. Is it real? Is it not real? So we've got that 9 of Wands in reverse crossed by the 6 of Pentacles. So, you know, when I teach this, and Debbie's one of my students, guys, so you know, she knows how mean I am. I, you know, crack their wrists and things like that with the stick, like the old nuns.
Yeah, she was a terrible taskmaster.
Terrible taskmaster. So this card either
you will read this right, or else
you will read this. So this either crosses us, holds us back, or holds us in place on this. So what does this 9 of Wands tell us? This tells us that he was exposed. So what does the card that's crossing it tell us, Deb?
Well, we've got the Well, that's charity, you know.
So charity, but also pity.
Yeah.
This can be the pity card. Feel bad for him.
Yeah. You know, oh, the poor man. He's got COVID. Yeah, right.
So what is behind him? I always call this the suitcase position. This is what's behind us. That's what we should go back in time and do. What kind of problem do we have here? He's not successful. He's falling apart.
Yeah.
You know, he is losing.
His upright, that's usually the card that, you know, he's victorious. You're entering, and you're you know, you're just great. And no, it's not.
Yeah, this is a winner. This is not a winner. So what do we get in the future? In the future, the potential outcome is going to be learning from mistakes. The Hanged Man is learning from mistakes. He's seeing how his actions have affected others around him. So right here, what we get is maybe some sense of culpability for raising the temperature. I think the last statement that he made about, you know, he went back to January 6th. You know, we all love January 6th. He went back to the January 6th thing, keeps flexing back onto that. and it's not working, you know. So do
No.
we learn from our mistakes in the future? Possibly, quite possibly with this. Up here, conscious mind, Queen of Pentacles. What is his conscious mind, Deb?
He thinks he can do this. Um he doesn't, he still thinks that he is a viable candidate. He's got the money, he's got the banking. That's what's on his mind right now, that he can do this.
So we're going to open up the Alicia Wicker box too.
Oh, I love her. I love her cards.
Oh, we're not playing games in here, guys.
No, we're going. Yeah, this is like down and dirty tonight. We're
we're playing
I'm tired. As a person, I'm tired of all the BS, and
Absolutely.
I'm angry, and I'm. We were talking about this before. I'm absolutely disgusted by the people who said, "Oh, he missed next time." I mean, it's disgusting. Who thinks like that?
Terrible people. That's who thinks like that. So I find this Nine of Pentacles in his shadow self, this unconscious mind down here, really curious. You know why? Because this tells me that he thinks he's untouchable, that he thinks he's unbreakable, that he thinks he's got the protection of the deep state.
He's back there. He's got his backing. He's got the all the money, and he can do whatever he wants. He's invincible. Yeah, I have to agree with that.
So I love Alicia Wicker too. Actually, Alicia and I have a birthday right on top of each other, and we always send each other a little something, and she's like went above and beyond and sent me this box of amazing things that I'm just like kind of blown away. Yeah, I'm blown away.
I tell you, I'm saving up for her true I love that deck when you have it out. It's just awesome.
It's a fab deck. So all right, so let's look at this Nine of Pentacles here, because I don't think we're going to stay on very long. Soul contract. Oh, let's talk about X, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Witness, freedom. L'chaim is right. That's very interesting. This sanctity and security that he thinks. He thinks that this is an unbreakable vow for all of my Harry Potter fans out there. He thinks he's got an unbreakable vow with the powers that be, and that he's not going to disappear. Like they're come on, man. They're not getting rid of him. They're not going to do that. So, all right. So let's clean this up. Let's clean up this real estate. Let's see the little Lenormand. What's going to happen? Let's do a sentence here.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm still learning.
You'll do fine. So, what's going to happen as a result of this COVID diagnosis? Are we going to see a terrible affliction, or are we going to see him kind of scoot through this and prove that he's strong like a bull?
No.
Oh
my God. What? I can't see. Oh my. I know enough that this is.
How do you say this?
Learning. Yes. I say sixth.
You say sixth.
I think.
I say scythe. I don't know why.
I've had a couple of glasses of wine, so my pronunciation might not be kosher.
We've got Sid, ship. What does ship mean? Movement, going away.
Oh, dear God. Oh, my. That's it. Game over. We proved it.
I'm going to play One more. Sun. Game over. All's going to come out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that
tomorrow. Oh, my goodness.
So, Hi, Rob.
Who's on here? I can't see. Wait a minute.
One of my very, very good friends from school. He's an amazing person. and he is a specialist in all things. He's got an amazing channel. So if you're not subscribed to Rob's channel, go on over there and subscribe to Rob. I'm going to pull him up. We pull him up. Rob Fuzz. There he is. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, why is he not coming up? There he is. Okay. Hang on, hang on. Great guy, great content. Get in there. Go subscribe to him.
I'm going to check him out.
Super cool dude, and he's funny as all get out. You know, one of our classmates actually became a comedian. And Rob, I'm going to say something right now. I always thought you would have become a comedian. You and Rob Magnozzi. I thought Rob Magnozzi was hilarious. Oh, Lara keeps singing. Well, Rob Fusesi can tell you I sang all through school.
I think I can sing in the shower, but, you know, or in the car when there's nobody around.
So, you know, I know that I still can sing because today I was driving Angus and Heather to band practice, and I put on Pat Benatar and I was singing All Fired Up. And when my son doesn't tell me to stop singing, I know I'm hitting it. So,
You know, you gotta.
So all good stuff, all good stuff. So we actually may be doing a and I may stream it to YouTube as well. You know, so I am your agent, Rob. You be mine, secret agent. So we may be doing like a Jerry Lewis style fundraiser for my friend Gail. So we may do one of those. So I will live stream it if you do that.
I watch those things religiously every Labor Day weekend. Love those.
So Lara just made a joyful noise. Love it. So, all right. So will he be replaced? So we'll do a little 5-card draw on this for you, Debbie darling.
All right.
2 in reverse. 5. One Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups in reverse, and the World. Boom, shakalaka. Hi, Marie.
It's bye-bye. The Knight of Pentacles stuck out to me. That is, they're basically going to bribe him. You know, he can't have a library. I'm sorry, because there's, you know, and God forgive me. I am not making fun of anyone. My ex-mother-in-law had dementia, and it's horrible. And I'm angry at Jill Biden for pushing this forward. This man should be in a rocking chair in a home, just enjoying the rest of his life, not doing this. This is disgusting. I think
he is still somewhat capable, but I don't think he is 24-hour capable.
No, and the problem with it's the disease just keeps going, and it's such a horrible, because you don't know you know something's wrong, but you don't understand it, and it just it's awful. But I think they're going to give him like a sort of like a golden parachute to just go.
That's what everybody was talking about last week before the assassination attempt. So Marie asked, let's get a definitive. Does he really have it? Does he really have it? So we're going to pull one card. One card. Does he really have it? Ooh.
I can't see. I'm on a little delay because my internet is, I think it's rejecting the heat.
10 of Wands is usually a no-no. But 10 of Wands in reverse, I think, yes, I'm going to say this is a yes card with conditions. So, yes, he does have COVID. Is it bad? No. Is it terrible? No. Is it just, hey, you know, he's got it. It's, you know, he's a little bit pregnant. Let's put it that way.
I want to know who's the doctor, because I mean, I'm skeptical. I want to see those results. You know, does he have it, or are they telling him that he has it?
So Sylvia's daughter says Linda G. Who I don't know who Linda G is. Goddess of Woke. I don't know who she is.
Is she a reader?
I don't know.
I've never heard of her. Linda G.
Tell us more, Sylvia's daughter, my love.
Yes, I'm intrigued. A goddess of woke. I want to know who this is. Who's the doctor? See, I was thinking the same thing. That's great. That is absolutely great.
Oh, leave it to our Australian friends to be super funny.
I love it. The Aussies are the best. They're just the best. Oh, she's a reader.
Okay, she is a reader.
And an idiot.
Sylvia's daughter said she's a reader. So all right, so let's see. Because I said to Deb today, I said, do we even need to have an election? Isn't it
Really?
already done? So let's see. I hate to say, like, what are the chances? What does he have to do to win now? What does Biden have to do to win now? Current sitting president. Look at that. 2 of Pentacles, the Fool. He's got to go off into the distance and create a new future for himself. Post haste too. He's got to do this.
He can't. I've said it before. I've said it on your live. It's elder abuse. He can't. I don't know if I want to know what Kool-Aid they're drinking that thinks that he can win this, but he can't. It's right there. He can't.
Yeah, I'm looking at our poll. Letting the poll run. We have 64 for no right now. 64% have voted no. So I'm
still I'm still thinking that this he's not going to leave, and this is a way of getting him to leave. That he's going to be too sick to campaign.
All right, so
everybody saves face.
This is what we're going to do right now. I got to put Alicia's big deck back in a box. So, all right, I am going to do the conversation that is going on behind the scenes on Team Blue. Okay.
Okay.
Conversation, major voices talking first. We've got to be kind. We've got to find the money for this. We've got to find the money to get out of this situation. So in the middle, response is yes, but this is going to interfere with the party and we really have no one to replace. So where do we go from there? Wheel of Fortune, we're going to have to try and throw somebody in there who's sharp and interesting. I'm getting Newsom. No. I think they want to put Newsom in there.
But Newsom, I mean, the whole state of California, they hate him. They absolutely hate him.
Actually, not everybody hates him.
The thing is, but if you put Newsom in, you run the risk. I mean, Kamala Harris, they're gonna scream and yell. She's a woman of color, and they'll just go nuts.
Wait a minute. Just saw Biden get on a helicopter without a mask. That's fantastic. Protocols. So, and he probably didn't duck under those rotors either. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button and put your questions in the comments. We've got to get somebody in there. We've got to spin the wheel. We've got to play roulette. We've got to get possibly Gavin Newsom in there because he's going to put butts in the seat. So I don't know. I don't know if Newsom can be controlled or not. He is Nancy Pelosi's nephew. So we've got
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Wow. Now you know. Nepotism is alive and well.
Madam Burn Pits. So, all right.
Did not know that.
So do we get him in there? What if we can't get him in there? Let's continue this conversation. What if he says no? Then we are going to have an imbalance in the White House. This is going to be White House here. So, oh, Sylvia came up with another question. So, what do we do if we can't put him in that seat? Then we need somebody else, somebody younger, somebody to compete with JD Vance. They want someone
Right.
who's going to be very
Exactly.
similar to that, similar age, similar kind of enthusiasm. I'm on the fence with JD Vance. I mean, he seems a little hardcore to me. It's just my opinion. But somebody who is going to be more moderate, I think they're really regretting, eschewing Kennedy at this point. I think that's what's going on. I think, everyone's going, gee, we probably should have talked to Robert a little bit more. So
I
just
gotta throw some. See if just humor me on this one. Do you think they'll put in Jill Biden to replace hey,
okay. Will they put in Dr. Jill? No, she needs a support. She needs a lot more support on that.
yeah,
And she's not very likable. So,
no.
do we get this? Hello, Anna Perkins, my favorite Ferengi. So here
Hi, Anna.
we get a sustained anxiety here. So that I don't think works either with Joe Biden, because I think it's too transparent.
Anna asked about Michelle Obama. I don't know.
I
Michelle
saw
Obama.
that.
Michelle
hang
Obama.
on.
Okay.
We got a few others here. Do.
I don't know if Michelle Obama wants to do the political thing. I don't know.
I think she's out of it. So let's see what's going on with Kamala. Keep voting, guys. Keep voting. So Kamala. That's interesting. That's the same card.
Yep. Very interesting.
Future card. She's a potential. But here we have this shady background. I think there's a lot of information that's going to come out that's going to be damaging if they do that. She is eager to get into that spot. She definitely wants to get into that spot. And I think she's letting her slip show. I think she's telling people she wants it. Is this a possibility? It seems like it's a far off possibility. What are the powers that be in the party saying about that? They're saying, it's okay. It might be a bit much. Hang on, let me bring that down here so everybody can enjoy the scenery.
Yeah.
So possibly, but it's a bit much. What are our challenges? Challenges are there's a lot of information out there about the way she got to where she gets.
Yep.
Some challenges about that. Here's our Page of Wands. Do we keep her in the vice president position? She hates that idea, but it works. It's something that can work. So I don't know if that frees up the money that they've raised. If she stays vice president, they replace the president position. Perhaps it does. I don't know the legality on that.
I don't know either.
I think that's pretty interesting. So, Kamala, I think they're still talking. Since all of this has started, since all the questions about the validity of Biden going through with this election, the readings on Kamala have always been very questionable. Fun fact, her husband is from right over the hill by my house. Literally grew up in the next neighborhood next door to me.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Fun fact. So I'm very curious if they're ever going to come back to town. Let me grab a sip of my wine. Cheers, everybody. Don't drink in tarot. Debbie and I are having our first glasses of wine.
Don't do what we're doing.
Well, we got our first glasses of wine, and then the news broke while we were yamming it up on the phone. So we're not drunk. We're drinking.
We are drinking, which is a big no-no in tarot, but we seem to be, I know it seems to be helping me.
You shouldn't be drunk when you're doing tarot. No. You just shouldn't be doing that. So, all right. So let's talk about Michelle.
Don't try this at home, children.
Let's talk about Michelle. We got lots of people in the chats now. Let us know what's going on with you. Tell us your temperature. What's the temperature where you're at? Because I am sweating down here.
Oh, you're a wuss. You don't even have
Simon
the
says,
humidity
you're
I have.
reading this sloppy shuffle. Watch, I'm going to shuffle better than I've ever done in my whole life.
It is hell hot. Hey, I'm reading the cards really good. Maybe this is helping.
So, fun fact. So, you guys that are new followers, my father's side of the family is Russian, and my grandfather had come over from Russia and expressed while I was in university that he regretted not teaching anyone Russian in the house. So I said, well, I got language credits. I'll go learn Russian. So I went to Middlebury to their language program in the summer, which is an immersion program. I got special consideration from the provost at my university to go. I didn't have a word of Russian in my lexicon. And I knew "Что это" when I left to go there, which is "what's that?" And it's an immersion program, so you cannot speak any English. They have CIA, FBI, secret spies that all go to learn language there. So I was struggling with it, and one of the professors said, we're going to go out for karaoke tonight, and tonight you are going to learn Russian. And he had a case of Russian vodka, and he had officer's glasses.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, officers' glasses are rounded on the bottom. They're like shot glasses, but you can't put them down. And the reason is because you keep drinking. So after that night, I spoke Russian like a champ. Я говорю по-русски. But I started dreaming in Russian that night. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. So sometimes, it does help. I don't know if tequila would help me learn Spanish, but the vodka helped me learn Russian. So so the wine is helping you learn tarot. So
I don't know. Who knows?
Let's look at Michelle Obama. Okay, let's see what's going on with Michelle Obama. Everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for popping on to this live. So we got a star card in reverse. We've got Judgment crossing it. We've got Knight of Swords on the bottom. Queen of Cups in the suitcase position. The Six of Cups in the conscious mind. And then in the front, we got Ace of Wands in reverse. So I'm going to say that while the time that she spent in the White House was likable and comfortable and something to think back on as favorable with this Queen of Cups and this Six of Cups, I think she's reluctant to get back in there. The Star card in reverse is really reluctant to go forward.
That's what triggered me when I saw that. I go, no, she doesn't want it. No.
Just reluctant to do that. So the Judgment card, she is using good judgment. She's really saying, I'm going to hold back on this. Right. The Knight of Swords under the surface, she really wants to yell at them and say, stop asking. Stop asking me. Stop asking
me. I'm ready. I told you I don't want it.
So over here, we've got the Ace of Wands, which I think is not a start into a new lifetime as President Obama Part 2. No. I just don't think there was a point where I thought that they had negotiated with her to the point where she was going to really go for it. And then all of a sudden it took a left turn. So I don't know if so let's take a look at that. Why did Michelle say no? Why did she say no? And hi, Tracy R. It's nice to see you too. Popping up your comment there. Is that the RNC in the background?
Yeah, I'm watching it. I guess I'll lower it a little bit more. Sorry.
So why did she say no? Too much to do and too much in their background. Yeah, too much stuff that's going to come up. So it's going to be digging. They don't want the digging there.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's probably a lot in their background that we don't need to know.
Queen of Pentacles in reverse. There's not enough of this.
Yeah.
Not
She doesn't
enough.
want. She's enjoying herself. She's probably on a speaking tour and writing books. Why would she want to go back into the toxic environment? No.
Perfectly comfortable life right now, perfectly
Right.
happy life there. So, and I've been saying that their house, that's what is it, up in Rhode Island? Their house is lovely in Rhode Island. They've got a beautiful place in DC, but I would not want to live in DC. But
No.
the place that they have on the ocean, or Martha's Vineyard, is it Martha's Vineyard? They've got a place up in New England.
I don't
Like,
know. I know it. I think it's someplace up there.
yeah, it's
Um,
beautiful. It's
but
beautiful.
it's of course it's going to be beautiful. It's they got the money to buy nice stuff.
So she is not alone on this decision. So I think Barack has made the decision with her. And they're just going to keep on keeping on. Their work is done. Their work is
Yeah.
done at this point. They don't
Why?
want to move forward. They don't want to
Why
go
go?
back into this
Yeah.
fishbowl.
Yeah. Why go back? I can agree with that. Why?
They don't want the leadership role. They're going to pass
No.
on it. So, all right. So who else should we look at? Throw us
All
up
right.
some comments, guys. What do you want to know?
God.
What do you want the tarot to tell
I
you?
can't think of anybody that could. I don't know. I can't think of anybody.
Holy
I don't
crap.
think they. I don't think they take Kennedy, and I don't think Kennedy would join them.
No, I think the whole business with Kennedy, I think, is a done deal. You know, I think. Ooh, hang on. Sylvia's daughter says reportedly she's holding a war room with Pelosi, Schiff, and Newsom.
Interesting.
Ah. Let's see if that's true. Let's
I
see if
can't-
Nancy's in the room. Nancy.
Who's in the room? What?
Nancy.
Who's Nancy?
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
Is
Sally,
JD
I'm gonna do a
That's a
whole
good- that's a
video
good
on
question.
JD.
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about him. I know he wrote the Hillbilly Elegies. I was surprised at that, so I don't know.
Yes. And Sylvia,
I
I
don't-
agree with you on your comment there. So JD Vance, I'm a little uncomfortable with some of the things in his history. I did not read or listen to Hillbilly Elegy, but I think I'm going to. But Sylvia's daughter, I absolutely understand who's been running the show. I think they just
yeah, of
to the
course.
front.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Of
They don't
course
wanna step to the
he's had a third term. Come on. I
So-
can't agree more.
Let's see what Pelosi's up to. What is my good friend Nancy up to? Nancy.
I thought she retired.
No. She
Or
just
she
got
should.
knocked down. She just got knocked down a little.
I think she
So-
should.
Nancy is being very, very quiet right now. You know
Yeah.
why? Because Nancy does not know what side of her bread to butter. She doesn't
Yeah.
have an ally right now. She's very concerned about everyone that she can align herself with, the coalitions that she can make. She's concerned about that. Down here, too. Her time is up. The match has already burned out. She really does need to retire.
She
It's
needs
really
to,
time
as
for
a-
her to hang it up.
Hit the
Was
road,
it the
Jack.
finance? But it's time to get out of here. It's time to get out of here. She's still trying to kind of make fetch happen, and she is going to find an alignment. So we haven't heard the last of her.
Of
What
course
is
not.
that alignment? Let's take a look.
I was
Sylvia,
hoping
I see
that
your
Trump,
other question there too.
I was hoping Trump would have picked Nikki Haley. I really, I don't know. I was.
Who I wanted? Tulsi
Who?
Gabbard.
That's it. I'm sorry. That was the one I was thinking of. Got the wrong.
Tulsi
wrong name.
Gabbard was my girl.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
the-
her.
That's yes. That's the one I was thinking. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I
So-
got the two names mixed up.
She's got a few things in her past that people don't like either, but I kind of liked her. I a whole lot.
I was hoping. I really was hoping because I thought that would be an awesome I don't know this guy. I have to do some research. I have no idea
I
about,
don't know him either. And that's kind of
you
how
know,
I feel. Hi, Let Them Ponies Run. Good to see you again today.
let them. Oh, I
So,
like that name. That's a cool name. Let those ponies run.
so
Usually, isn't that what we say when we take our bras off? I'm sorry.
I don't know about yours. Mine are elephants. So, all
Oh,
right. So, will Kennedy get a cabinet job? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wait, wait, wait. There we go.
oh,
Come
that's a
on.
good question. Will he have? Yeah,
There we go. Will Kennedy have a cabinet job with Trump? So there was the unfortunate video that leaked. Robert Kennedy Jr. was very apologetic about it. I was very pro Robert Kennedy for a hot minute, and then I remembered, and I was talking to Alicia Wicker about it yesterday. I remembered how integral he was in getting Michael Skakel released from the Martha
yeah.
Moxley murder.
I read, reading that book. Ask not.
Oh, are you
Um,
reading it? I just finished it.
I finished it. I read it in a day. I was so I couldn't
It's
put it down.
fantastic. My mom's
It's
reading it right now. I gave her
Oh,
mine.
it's excellent. I put it on my Kindle, and it was wow. She did a lot of great research. It's a great book. So
She
I don't
did.
know. He's like, he didn't treat his first wife very well, and I don't like that.
Robert Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
It was
they kind of took the guilt off John too. John was
yeah,
kind of presented as a like more of a jerk face than
yeah.
I want him to be.
I know. I remember that. I remember that wedding, and everybody was, and I went, ooh. But he shouldn't have been flying that night. He was sort of an arrogant prick. He shouldn't have
Right.
been flying.
Did you ever read Joyce Carol Oates' Blackwater?
No, I want. That's my next book. I have like 5 books I'm reading
Yeah.
at the same time.
Blackwater is
Yeah, I've.
a dramatization of the Chappaquiddick event. The names are changed, but it's brilliantly written. Joyce Carol Oates also, she's one of my favorite writers. She also wrote a book called Blonde, which is the Marilyn Monroe story, which is pretty wild.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
all right. So here we're talking about Kennedy, if he's going to get the cabinet post with Trump. The offer is going to be there, but I think the negotiations are going to be a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
He
I
is.
don't see. Yeah, I don't see him. I don't know. I don't see him. I don't know. I just don't see him accepting it. I don't know.
I don't see them coming to a mutual agreeable
Yeah,
cooperation here. I think it's the capacity and the position is just not going to work.
yeah.
I don't think that they're going to part poorly, like not as friends. But I just think the negotiations about where he's going to be most effective is not going to work.
I think
So
their political philosophies are way off. I don't.
right
I
there,
think he'll be flattered, but I don't think he'll accept. I really don't.
maybe in the future,
Yeah, maybe in the
may have
future.
something in the future. So 8:31. We've got that storm heading here shortly. Oh, was Kamala not born in the United States?
I did not. Where
Is
was
that
she
really
born?
true?
I don't
Googling
know.
it. No, it says Oakland. She was born in Oakland, California, October
Yeah.
20th. Oh, she's a Scorpio. Uh, 1964.
Oh, she's that baby. She's a
Same age as
baby.
my son's dad.
Yeah, yeah. I think that all would have been looked at, because I don't think she would be eligible to be the vice president. because you have to be born in the United States.
So Nancy is up for re-election. Let's wrap this up with, we'll just take a look and see if Nancy's going to get reelected.
Oh yeah, half of the state of California is moving.
Past, present, future. Oh, she stands alone. I think I just can't believe that I'm not getting reelected. Where are my constituents?
They left. They went to Texas.
Yeah, I think they
Everybody's moving
did. I
out.
think they did. So, there was some big news today about Elon Musk too. He is officially moving X and
Yes, I saw that.
and
SpaceX,
yeah,
Twitter. I think. I'm
Tesla?
sorry.
He's
I still call it Twitter. I'm sorry.
I still call it Twitter too. He's officially moving headquarters to Texas, and cited the trans rules in the public school system, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's going to go over very well.
No, as a parent, you can't. If you had a child there and a child decided to become, to trans, they won't tell you, and I think that's disgusting.
Well, yeah, it's the world we live in.
That's a nightmare.
Well, Miss Deb, this was fun.
This was fun. I'm still, this was. We had a thunderstorm, but we have thunderstorms, but no rain. Yeah, L'chaim.
L'chaim. Na zdrowia.
Whatever.
God bless you.
I had a student one time.
I'll teach everybody a little Russian tonight. So when someone sneezes, if it's a man, you say bustarov. But if it's a woman, you say bustarova. You have to feminize it. So speaking of trans things, so
I had a student one time that was very well, his parents were, I think, were atheists. I'm not sure. So he kept saying, because somebody sneezed, I always say, God bless you. So he got all, he started saying Gesundheit because he thought he was, this big, Nazi. And I said, do you realize, because I learned German and I learned Yiddish. And I said, you realize when you say Gesundheit, you're saying God bless you. And I'm like, yes.
Just in another language.
Yeah, and he just was like, it was perfect because he kept getting on the students who would say, God bless you, and they did it deliberately because he was saying that, because he was doing it for effect, and I just, that was funny that day. He didn't realize what that meant, and I'm like, yeah, kind of, but this was fun.
This was fun. So fun. We're gonna jump off. We were on for 48 minutes. It goes like that, doesn't it, Deb?
I know. It's because hey, we're Jersey girls.
Because we're Jersey girls, and I have this crazy 1970s hair going on. I am embracing the 70s.
Me too. I got some highlights, and I don't know what the heck's going on with humidity, and we're both Italians, so hey, it works. What can I say?
Hey,
oh yeah, we're good. We had,
I actually made a lasagna yesterday, so I'm going to be having lasagna. I had lasagna for breakfast today. I hate to say that, but I made it last night. And
I had potato chips for dinner.
But that's not a bad pairing with wine. It's not a bad pairing.
Hey, I'm single, so I don't, cooking for me. If I cook lasagna, I'd eat it for 2 months, please.
So, well, what I did was I made the lasagna last night, and then I was so exhausted from everything that was going on with.
But it's better the next day. Lasagna is always better the next day.
I went to bed and I said, everybody eat the lasagna. I'm going to bed. And this morning I got up and no one put the lasagna away. So I was like, fantastic. I guess I'm having lasagna for breakfast, and then I put it away. So, but it was delicious. I'm gonna have another chunk right now.
Yeah, good.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Remember,
everybody.
Subscribe to Deb. Wait, I got a gesture to you, Deb.
Oh, that's right. I'm on this side.
Subscribe to Deb. She's getting her channel rocking and rolling. PNR We'll be back. I think we are going to take most of the summer off. Rob is working on the radio like left and right. Every time I turn the radio, he's on. And Rick I think he's done with his schedule of touring, but he's got a bunch of clients that are doing Rick Paul, if you guys are unaware of
I
who
think
he
he
is.
has something coming up. I saw something on the either next weekend. There's some kind of
I think he might have another
yeah.
event next weekend, but he's got like a whole private course that's going on right now. He's kind of rocking and rolling over there. Rob, again, like Rob is a radio personality here. He's like I said, every time I turn the radio on,
I
he's
watched
on.
his YouTube. He was on YouTube. I think last night I got a notification, so I watched his show.
It's another thing that he's doing. He's got his YouTube channel. So we're gonna gather the sheep again, the psychic sheep, with our psychic sheep herder, probably toward the end of summer. We do want to be, have our fingers on the pulse of the election, psychic news. It's really important for us to do that. So we will make that happen. So Deb, as always, thank you so much.
I had a
And
blast.
everybody else, thank you for watching. We
Yes,
will see
thank you.
you later. All right.
Later.
And
Bye,
we're off.
guys.
Bye, guys.